Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to episode 22 of Knitting on the Fly. I am Katie, your host, JetGirl1313 on Ravelry, and PlurkJetGirl313 on Twitter. I'm not a very good Twitterer. And what else? Those are the important ones. It is Tuesday, July 26th, and welcome to the show. So, it's been a busy week, busy 10 days. My honey's been on vacation, and it was fabulous to have him home. We had our 2-year anniversary during that week, so it's been a fantastic 2 years with him. So it was very good. I got a couple pictures to share a little bit later in the podcast. I am taping this on a gift that he bought for me. It is a Sony. It's actually a 3D HD video camera. It's about the size of a flip phone, but it's not a flip phone. It's the Sony version. And I haven't taped anything in 3D quite yet, but it looked kind of crazy. So anyway, we'll see how this works out. The light is fading. Our sunny day went to fog, as it does along the coast quite often. And unlike the rest of you in the United States that are melting, it was like 63 degrees today. I've been wearing my wool socks and my pants and my hoodie all day because I've been freezing with the windows closed. So, very different. I think the heat's coming back. Actually, I think it's going to miss and it's all going to stay south, so watch out, you guys. It's coming east. So anyway, I worked all last week. We were going to go camping and whitewater rafting last week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Well, Tuesday we got word that there was going to be a trip on Wednesday, and it was going to be a trip just awful. Did not want to do it at all. And it canceled, but no one told us until too late on Tuesday for us to go camping. So we decided to change our plans and go over the weekends, and we invited Heather and her hubby, Heather from Highland Handmaids / The Fibrous Files / Intention Yarns, Boutros Babe, if you will, and they came with us. So we'll get to that in a second, but that's how our plans changed throughout the week. I did fly Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, so I was busy that way. So Tuesday we were sitting around after we got word that we were free to go. We didn't have time. So we didn't have time to get up to, it's a couple-hour drive, 2.5-hour drive from us. So Jeremy had brought up a while back that we should get a pop-up, and what I thought. And I was like, yeah, I'm up for a pop-up. Like, awesome, better than the tent. And we're just going to get a little fixer-upper and, you know, something kind of old and whatever. So he brought it up again when we were sitting there. So he gets on Uncle Henry's and I get on Craigslist, and we found a bunch, and we emailed on a couple, and he called on one, and one was only 45 minutes away. So we drove up and looked at it, and it was in awful shape. I will post some before and after pictures. The pictures may go up tomorrow, but I'll try to get the show notes up yet tonight. Some before and after pictures. Whoever had it folded it up wet. There's rust spots, and there was chunks of mold inside and outside. Mice and squirrels and chipmunks had made nests under every little corner. It was nasty. So we bought about, I think we ended up using about 3 gallons of Clorox cleaner. Not kidding. Like the big refills along with 2 bottles, like a couple big refills and a couple of the big bottles. And a bunch of Oxy Spot Remover and this purple power stuff. And Heather had mentioned Tilax mold and mildew. It's fantastic for it. So we may hit it with that too. I did some patch jobs on some of the screens were totally chewed up and torn out, so we bought some screen replacements. It's supposed to be screen for your windows, but I just cut a piece out and sewed it on. It doesn't look awesome, but it keeps the bugs out, which is really all we're looking for. And so, of course, Wednesday and Thursday last week were the 2 hottest days of the year here. It was well over 100, and we spent all day Wednesday working on it. I spent the middle of the day Thursday working on it, and Friday, because my honey worked on it all day. I had to work, and he worked all day, and it looks phenomenal. It was night and day difference. We put in a new floor. It was this nasty, ugly white linoleum. We ripped that all up, put in some awesome stuff. You see it all in pictures. I might just create a little Flickr photo bucket album for it, because it's pretty cool. So we did that all week, in between my working stuff, and then Saturday morning, of course, we meant to get out the door at like 8. We got up at like 6:30, 6:45. We didn't get out. We didn't get on. We were on the road out the door at 9:30. But by the time we did all our stops for extra food, you know, some food, we wanted to wait till the day of to get an ice. It was like 10:30, which is when I wanted to be there. And Heather and her hubby beat us there. And so they were hanging out in the shade. And we went and checked in, and we had these 2 awesome spots. We stayed at Northern Maine Outdoors, Northern Maine Rafting, Northern Maine Adventures, whatever. It's all the same kind of stuff. But they actually have a grass landing strip there. So the next trip will be us flying up there, and we're going to stay in one of their platform tents, which is kind of like a semi-permanent tent built on a stand, and you don't have to put up a tent, or we're just going to camp. Either way. But we're going to fly up. It's only like a 35-minute flight. So that's very cool. So we were on the other side. Like you come in on this side. Come in on this side if this is the road. And then you drive all the way around the landing strip. And then we were over here. There was like 5 tents and 5 camping sites on the river. And Heather and I were right next to each other. And we're the only ones on that whole side. We had the whole half of the campground to ourselves. It was awesome. They have cabins and like huge cabins. Like some of them sleep up to 40 people. It's like, you know, just big rooms full of beds, but if you wanted to do a party, like a bachelorette or a bachelor party, or Heather even said a knitting retreat, holy hell. Holy crap. That would be a fantastic place to do it. It'd be awesome. It'd be fantastic. One day it could be for a rafting adventure if you'd want to go, because we ended up going whitewater rafting. Heather and her hubby didn't plan on it, but we took them anyway. So that was really cool. Heather has a ginormous fear of water and stuff like that, and I'm extremely proud of her for going. And she didn't like it sometimes, but she was a trooper. She did very well. She never complained. She never whined. She did it was awesome. She was awesome. She was sitting right behind me. Her hubby was right next to me, and my honey was right in front of me. And it was a great time. I've got some pictures. I don't have any printed out pictures yet, but photos. Sorry, I should have prepped this all before Why is it all crooked? Alright, so I'm not sure how this is gonna look, so I may have to just post them later. But that's me and Heather, right here in the front, and then my honey, and then her hubby is up here, and then this is actually us coming into the falls. It's Magic Falls. It's a class 4. So that was really fun. So I'm not sure how that looks because I have the new camera. So, yeah. So, it was really fun. And we had a great time. And, yeah, work has been crazy. This flying 1 or 2 days a week thing that I was told is not true. We're flying like 4 and 5 days a week. Betsy Wetsy, a previous mentioned person name dropped on the podcast, sent me a message today and said if I ever get back to Nashville, they don't live super close, but they're a little bit of a drive away. But if I was ever going to be there, they could meet up with her and her crew. Well, I actually do have I have possible Nashville trips coming up, but they're literally to come in, pick people up, and leave again. Literally there for a half hour, which isn't time for me to do anything. And that entire time that we're going to be there, we're going to be busy doing ice and getting catering and getting the plane fueled and everything. So, you know, it's not going to be enough time. Sorry, I need to get this shit off. Okay. It's not even enough time to say hi because I'll be just running like a chicken with my head cut off. So, but if we do end up there longer, I will let you know. Let's see. I think that's... Oh, our anniversary. So for anniversary, I had to fly that day. But then we drove up to the next bigger town, about 45 minutes away, and we went to Longhorn Steakhouse for dinner. We're a sucker for the steakhouses. Our favorite is Texas Roadhouse. And even after trying Longhorn, it's still Texas Roadhouse. Because their bread is better. And if you love Longhorn, I'm not knocking Longhorn. Longhorn was good. I had a sirloin with garlic and herb shrimp, and broccoli, and a salad with vinegar. My mouth's watering just thinking about it. I didn't even need to I put some raw horseradish on my steak, because that's all I eat at a steakhouse is raw horseradish. You don't need A1. If the steak is done very well, like not well done, but like, or raw or rare, just if it's a well done steak, well seasoned and well cooked, you shouldn't need anything on it. I put a little bit of horseradish just because I like the kick. My mouth is still watering. But it's awesome. It was so good. Oh, So good. But Texas Roadhouse is still our favorite because they've got this honey cinnamon butter for your rolls. Which this isn't Longhorn, this is Texas Roadhouse, our favorite place. And they have bigger steaks, which is what my honey likes. He likes a bigger steak. So we went to Longhorn. It was really good. We got really good service from our server. And the great thing about those places is we didn't get any drinks. He got a Coke or Pepsi, whatever product they carry, but we didn't get any alcoholic drinks. But for $45, like for $40, not including tips, so $45 or $50 depending on how well you tip, it's a whole meal, 3/4. You know, it's that's not with dessert, but that's salad, the bread, the salad, and the main course with 2 sides. It doesn't get any better than that. I'm not saying we do that all the time, but that's not a bad deal for 2 people. So that was very good. So we I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, en route. I didn't do much this week. So my nicest socks haven't touched. I haven't crocheted. I haven't worked on my cousin's wedding blanket. So yeah, I haven't done anything. I've done one thing, but that's later. That's in landed. That's the next one. So all the same things are en route, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought something, so I'll tell you later. So it's all the same stuff, but no progress on any of it. Well, the one thing, but that's because it's going to be mentioned in the ends. If I remember where I put it. So landed. Let's see if I can find it. Sorry, excuse my bending. I finished another preemie hat. So I got this done this week. I don't know if I even cast this one on last time I talked to you guys. But it's actually a little eyelet hat. See, there's little bitty eyelets on here, and then I kind of crossed 2 patterns. I did this from a different website, and it's a different decrease on the top of the head, but then I did the little umbilical cord thing that's on the other hats. So it's got tuck-in ends on that, and so I've got 2 now. The one's up on my little shelf. And that's all I got done this week, so not much. I've been busy. I've been renovating a camper. And spend time with my honey. And when I'm with my honey, I don't want to knit or spin or anything. I just want to cuddle up and hang out, or we're out walking or hiking or whatever. So, yeah. Take off. I have nothing planned right now. I've got to buckle on my cousin's blanket. I have to. The hat. I have to get to. I gotta get going on that. Ground stop. The delays and holdups this week have just been busy. Been busy enjoying my honey's vacation, even though I wasn't on vacation. So. It's not. I hopefully will have more stuff for you next. I will have more stuff for you next week, but until then, most of this was jet setting and other fun stuff. So now is the big one. Here's holding. This was the fun thing of the week. For those of you on Plurk, you already know, but I got my sidekick. Here she is. Actually, I didn't think about this very well before I started this. She came on Wednesday, or Thursday. I can't remember which now. But she did come last week. And I'm trying to get her untangled so I can pull the spindle, the bobbin off, I mean. So if I can remember the correct parts to get my mouth before I run my mouth off. But there she is. If you can see her in all her splendid glory. She came last week. She does not have a name yet. Like anything, one day I will just call her something, and then she will have a name. So, until then, she's just my sidekick. And she is made by Shacked, and my honey thinks it's very funny, because Shacked sounds like a 4-letter word, and it cracks him up, because he's like, will you get your Shacked out of the way? So, not that he tells me to get out of the way, he just thinks it's funny to say it. So, anyway, he's just kind of a goofball like that. So, I'm going to mention this stuff in holding because it totally applies. So, I got my sidekick. She is awesome. I sent a letter to Shacked and thanked them for everything. Jane and Barry are super fantastic, and it was really fun to say something to them and, you know, actually get a response from them and, you know, that they like it. So, I'm still learning. I'm asking a lot of stupid questions on Plurk, but people are being very patient with their helping and their suggesting. So, what I started with, and this is what I had picked out a long time ago to start with, was Highland Handmaids, which is Heather's Cherry Blossom colorway. I actually have a little bit of this spun from a spindle. I actually have 2 bumps. I bought 1 bump originally, and then at one of her shows not too long ago I bought another. So I have 2. And I love them. And this is how they're spinning out. So it's pretty awesome. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's pretty even, which I'm pretty happy about. Heather was super fantastic this week while we were camping. She was extremely helpful. She didn't think I was crazy. She was very patient. And she actually brought me some presents. Because she's cool like that. Let me put this back on. I do nothing fast with my wheel because I'm still scared of it. So, she brought me 2 books, which I forgot the other book, and I can't remember what the name of the book is. I'll put it in the show notes. But she borrowed me 2 of her books. Borrowed. They're on loan. One is The Intentional Spinner, and the other one is a beginning spinner book. It's about the same size, but all of them talk about woolen spinning, worsted spinning. I'm a forward, what did we figure out we were? I'm a short forward draw? Something like that. I can't remember for sure. I'm pretty sure it's a short forward draw. Because I pinch it back and then I pull it out and I think it's a short forward draw. But that's the kind of spinner I am. I feel like I have more control. When I try to do other kinds, it just all gets crazy. So, yeah, it's going pretty well. So I've got 2 reference books that she loaned me. Then she gave me, and I don't know, I need to, hold on. She gave me this when she came down to visit. I don't know if I actually shared it with you guys. It's 1 ounce of alpaca in the fawn color. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And look how fluffy it is. That's 1 ounce. 1 ounce. Crazy. So, the other thing she gave me, these were wheel warming gifts. And I actually gave her a couple presents too, which I don't know if she'll mention them or not. They weren't anything as awesome as what she gave me, but she was really excited. This is, I want to say, Blue Face Leicester. Heather, correct me if I'm wrong. She gave me 4 ounces. This is from her personal stash. Like, this is something that I believe her hubby picked out, or is for her hubby, or something. But she got the whole fleece, and she gave me 4 ounces to spin. And I spun a bunch of it. And the idea was that it's a manly color, so I could use it to make something for my honey. So my only complaint is when it breaks. Like, it's really grabby. It's not a, it's kind of into, it's already kind of in things, the way it's prepared, it's kind of already in groups like this. So it's actually really easy to spin, and it's really grabby. You see that? It's really grabby, so it spins really well, but when it breaks, it is if you don't keep it under tension, it will just fall apart on you. So that's going to be challenging. So I spun some of that. I did take my wheel with camping, and Heather helped me a ton. Thank you very much. And it was awesome. It was awesome to have someone there to offer me support, to offer me advice. It was great. Then she gave me 4 ounces of superwash merino. Heather, I'm gonna have to figure. I can't remember what farm this is from, but whenever you order fiber, she sends you a free bump of stuff that she has dyed, and I believe this company gets the seconds from Brown Sheep, and they do their own dyeing with it. So it's not the softest. Like, Heather's is way softer than this superwash merino, but it's beautiful. I love the colors, and it's not soft. It's just there's different levels of soft, and Heather's a little softer. So anyway, oh, and this Cherry Blossom is BFL. So that's it for holding. It was fun. It's a good week. I haven't spun on my spindle. Oops. But, yeah. So, it's, not too big of a deal. We'll get back to it. Let's see, reservations. What do I have coming up? I've been invited to a few things on, Ravelry. A couple groups have invited me. There's the Epic Knit Along group has invited me. The Mean Girls Yarn Club is getting ready to start. First shipment goes out in a couple weeks. I got a confirmation email today from Laura, and I'm very excited for that. That will be great. She let out a secret of what the theme is going to be, which I will not reveal because I don't think we're supposed to. It's a kind of a spoiler for those of us in the group. So, yeah, we will see. It should be very fun. It's my first yarn club ever. And thanks to my wonderful viewers for going over and getting me entered in the group. I will be going through it with you, so that's fantastic. I don't know. I can't think of anything else. I feel like I'm forgetting stuff, but I can't think of anything. Oh, I won a prize for donating to a horse rescue, and I will be getting some, I think it's fingering weight blue yarn. Oh, it's from Monet. She's M-O-N-E-T on Plurk. And that should be here sometime this week. So I will post some pictures from rafting, which was awesome. It's one of my biggest fears. I've always thought it looks cool, but I've always been terrified. Absolutely terrified to go. And I conquered it. So I'm pretty excited about that. And actually it was so fun I'd do it again. I probably would stick with that river. The other two rivers in our immediate area are much more technical. Our biggest rapids was a level 4. And the other two have level 5s. The Crib Works is one of them up in the Penobscot River, and it makes me sick to look at it. So, I'm going to pass on that one for right now. So, anyway, it was good. It was great to see Heather and Paul. They're fantastic. I hope we go camping again, and Heather, I won't make you do anything like that again. We already discussed plans for skydiving. Heather will be taping and waiting for us with a picnic lunch at the bottom. So, we will not make her do that. But, so maybe in a year or two we will be able to do that once we finish scaring the crap out of her for this year. So anyway, with that, I will talk to you guys next week. Happy knitting, happy crocheting, crafting, sewing, happy summer. Stay cool where you are, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good week.